The only source of knowledge is experience. What is important is not what you hear said, it's what you observe. I know the joy of fishes in the river through my own joy as I go walking along the same river. Your strongest muscle and worst enemy is your mind. Train it well. Ultimate excellence lies not in winning every battle, but in defeating the enemy without ever fighting. I'd rather be an optimist and a fool than a pessimist and right. Filter out the irrelevant noise. Focus on the objective. Money is better than poverty, if only for financial reasons. If my life is going to mean anything, I have to live it myself. If you believe very strongly in something, stand up and fight for it. Don't be afraid of death. Be afraid of the unlived life. Sometimes we create our own heart, breaks through expectation. Most of what I say is complete truth. My edit button is broken. We are all insects, groping towards something terrible or divine. I like people who refuse to speak until they are ready to speak. Wanting to be someone else is a waste of the person you are. There is nothing more important than your eternal salvation. Sometimes I think my head is so big because it is so full of dreams. Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great. I'd rather die while I'm living than live while I'm dead. That knowledge, which stops at what it does not know, is the highest knowledge. The space under the sky is occupied by all things in their unity. Stop trying to create a new you around the same old people. Life is all about becoming a better version of yourself. People are the most difficult thing in the world to change. Do what is right, not what is easy, nor what is popular. Don't be afraid of failure. This is the way to succeed. Only one who devotes himself to a cause with his whole strength and soul can be a true master. For this reason, mastery demands all of a person. Darkness ages faster than you'd think. It doesn't loiter on forever. Don't let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. I'm not going to die. I'm going home like a shooting star. Life is a comedy to those who think, a tragedy to those who feel. The gods are fond of the cryptic and dislike the evident. Sometimes one pays most for the things one gets for nothing. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Everything, no matter how beautiful, is only with us for a while. When anger rises, think of the consequences. Life is 10% what you make it, and 90% how you take it. A star is not honored for its size, but for its light. If I have a platform and a voice, I should use it for my people. We reveal most about ourselves when we speak about others. When you're the most happening person at the party, it's time to leave. Nothing makes a person happier than having a happy heart. This place has only 3 exits, sir: madness and death. Contentment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty. One defends when his strength is inadequate. He attacks when it is abundant. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. Be bold. Don't be shy to say no to the future you don't like. The moon and the stars shine, even when the clouds hide the sunbeams. Heaven is like an egg, and the earth is like the yolk of the egg. The worst part of being okay is that okay is far from happy. Weak leadership can wreck the soundest strategy. In the haunted house of life, art is the only stair that doesn't creak. He who is highly esteemed is not easily conspired against. Man is an animal who has to live in a lie in order to live at all. The trick is to enjoy life. Don't wish away your days, waiting for better ones ahead. Dream big, wake up, take the first step into the unknown. The good fighter is able to secure himself against defeat, but cannot make certain of defeating the enemy. Wisdom comes not from age, but from education and learning. Our fingerprints don't fade from the lives we've touched. We say later, later, until later becomes too late, and all we can think of is if only. I'm going to try speaking some reckless words, and I want you to try to listen recklessly. Be careful who you trust. Salt and sugar look the same. Flow with whatever may happen, and let your mind be free. Your preciousness lies in your essence. It cannot be lost by anything that happens. Healthy citizens are the greatest asset any country can have. Deeds will not be less valiant because they are unpraised. Silence is nice to have if you wanted it, but maddening if you didn't. Thoughts become things. If you see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand. Nothing can be more hurtful to your heart than betraying yourself. I am the shore and the ocean, awaiting myself on both sides. The expert in anything was once a beginner. Hard work is only a prison sentence when you lack motivation. If they don't like you for being yourself, be yourself even more. To realize the truth, you have to cross the boundaries of all religions and prophets. Once you bid farewell to discipline, you say goodbye to success. Create your own miracles. Do what you think you cannot do. Those who do not think about the future cannot have one. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Hats have power. Hats can change you into someone else. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. The moon does not simply disappear when we are not looking at it. The desire to reach for the stars is ambitious. The desire to reach hearts is wise. The inner fire is the most important thing mankind possesses. Good order results spontaneously when things are let alone. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. If you have the courage to begin, you have the courage to succeed. Recognizing power in another does not diminish your own. Take care of your body. Remember, health is another form of wealth. If we will be quiet and ready enough, we shall find compensation in every disappointment. It shattered something inside me that hadn't been broken before. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. There are few reasons for telling the truth, but for lying, the number is infinite. We can't become what we need to be by remaining what we are. Where humanity sowed faith, hope, and unity, joy's garden blossomed. People, in general, would rather die than forgive. It's that hard. Slowly we became silent, and silence itself, if an enemy to friendship. One may know how to conquer without being able to do it. Growth is in a series of mistakes. That's the only way you learn.